Good morning. How are you guys? I am so blessed to be alive today. I'm listening to the birds chirping and I'm enjoying this beautiful day. But I want to come on just to elaborate on about last night about why I eat watermelon seeds. And I want to encourage someone who's on this health journey like I am and who's a diabetic or whoever have health issues. So for those who don't know me, my name is Vicky, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching. So on last night, I did speak on eating watermelon seeds and the reason why. For a diabetic, it's really good for you. I juice the watermelon seeds, and sometimes I eat it for a snack, get a couple of them. And if you're dealing with cholesterol problems, high blood pressure problems, or you just a diabetic period, it's good for you. So you can read up later on or watch my video from last night on why I eat watermelon seeds. So I wanted also to encourage someone that may be suffering from diabetes or any kind of health issue. Is the main thing, we all know that it starts in the gut, and if we don't take care of ourselves, it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So that's what happened to me. I did not take care of myself. Everything just started getting worse and worse. It got to a point that my A1C level had got up to 11 something, and they couldn't understand why I was still walking around and wasn't hospitalized or dead. So that pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. But when I went in for my last doctor's appointment, and I sit down with my doctor, and we had a serious talk about my health issues. And so at that moment, I realized, hey, this is nothing to play with. I have to do something about my health situation if I wanted to live and be healthy. I had a lot of tiredness in my body. I could not function. I could not think. And the list will go on and on. So when I had that talk with my doctor, I pretty much made up in my mind then to start doing the right thing. And so I said, I did a little self-talk to myself, and it's okay to do that. I said, you're going to have to change your behavior, your attitude, the way you think, the way you eat. So it began in the mindset. That's the first thing. If y'all want to write this down, the first thing, if you want to change, it begins in the mindset. Once it begins in the mindset, you see yourself in your mindset of the change. You see it coming on. You vision the change in your mind, in your memory, and it rehearses and it continues to play over and over and over again until you begin to sink it in your spirit and begin to act it out. So once I really got a hold to this, I told myself, I say, self, you're gonna have to do this. I realized that the road was not going to be easy. I realized that because it was a lot of things that I had to give up, and especially sweets. That's our number one when we're diabetic, is eating sweets. Fried, unhealthy foods that we love is another one. So when I realized that, okay, I'm ready for this, and I had to buckle my seatbelt and really get ready and wrap my mind on how to change my eating habits. So I went on the web and started doing my research. While I was doing my research, I ran across Dr. Yaki, and he was talking about a juice fast. Now, I have never did a juice fast until then. And I said, juice fast, And he went on and talking about the health benefits and how it can eliminate diabetes. And he told his story, how he was a diabetic and had heart problems and had a lot of more problems that he was dealing with. And so his testimony encouraged me to change. And I said, well, if it did it for him, it can also do it for me. It's worth a try. And that's what I did. Now, I had a rocky start. I'm honest. I had a rocky start. When I did the juice fast, it was all, green apples, celery. I can't name all of it, but, it was a lot of green things going on. And you did not digest food, just juice, 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 juice. And he did it for so many days, And I mean, the struggle was real. I couldn't even do it for a day, because my system and my body and my mindset wasn't used to doing those things. So yes, when you start out, it's going to be a struggle, to change your eating habit, to change the way you think about eating. And he also pointed out that it doesn't take much food. We don't need a lot of food. We're not animals. So we don't need a lot of food where we constantly eat 6 meals a day in small portions. And some of us, to be realistic, some of us eat all day or 6 large meals. But anyway, it doesn't take a lot of food. And I was trying to wrap my mind around, it doesn't take a lot of food. And I love food, don't get me wrong. But the mindset had to change. And once my mindset changed, I kept doing the juice. I kept doing the juice. When I fall off, I still got up and kept doing the juice. So I say, I'm determined to be healthy. I'm determined to not to let the devil defeat me, because I was going to defeat him, if anything. And so every day I constantly did the juice. And once I did the juice, I did get hungry. There was times that, I would just say, I get off of it and pop some popcorn, or I get off of it and eat this quick meal. So I did have my flare-ups, and I would come back on and say, I did this and I did that, but I'm going to keep trying. So that's what I did. I kept trying. And I also journal everything that I eat, everything that I drink. I journal how I was feeling and what was going on with my body, and the mental capacity, just everything. I journal. So about a month in, I started seeing the changes and feeling the changes, the real changes. I did start seeing it when I was doing the juice fast. I think I started seeing some changes about my mental clarity. I could think better. I was more focused about 2 weeks in. But the results, in a month, I started losing weight. I went back to the doctor, and I was down 11 pounds. And my A1C had dropped down from 11 to 9, and from 9 to 6.4. And she was so proud of me, And now, to speed up to now, the future, not the future, the present, I'm sorry. Right now, I have no monitor on me anymore because there's no need. Uh, I've been doing this for 3 months now. Congratulations to me. I watch what I eat. I'm very self-conscious when it comes to not eating the right things. Now, sometimes I do want sweets, but I take fruit take the place of the sweets, like the cookies and the candy. So now I eat more fruits than anything. So I'm 3 months in, and I do it on a regular basis as far as juicing. If I don't juice, then I'm grabbing salads. I'm creating new salads and trying to create more healthy foods. And like I mentioned yesterday, that I'm leaning more to raw foods now instead of cooked foods. So I'm learning more about the raw foods are much better for me. I realize now that I can taste the real texture and the real seasoning of the food. I realize that, I don't need a lot of cooked food. I prefer just eating raw food because I'm like, I didn't know this cabbage can taste like that. Oh, this olive tastes so good. Or this carrot, or whatever I am eating. I realize that now the food that I eat raw, I can taste the food a lot better. Instead of a lot of seasoning and cooking food, I don't need that. So I am enjoying this health journey, and I will continue to be on this health journey. And I just can't imagine to see my life without, eating healthy. I look forward of getting up every morning, chopping up lettuce and chopping up carrots and smoothies, making my smoothies and enjoying them. I look forward to all that, grabbing a handful of berries and throwing them in my mouth, or grabbing a handful of nuts and really enjoying those nuts and pumpkin seeds. And it's just a great thing. When I thought, my old mind said, when I thought I had to have the cookies, the chips, the candy, when I thought I had to have the fried chicken all the time. And if I do eat chicken, I prefer it baked, but like I said, I'm shying away and getting away from all meat products and just leaning toward just more healthier raw vegetables. Now, I still eat a little meat every now and then. I don't make it a habit because I realize that it's not a good fit for me. That was my choice. That was my preference. It's not a good choice for me. And these cadets that's running around here that are in training for police and fire department. So please forgive me for the noise. So I realized that, a lot of meat is not good for me. Meat used to keep me in the restroom, period. And so now I don't have that problem because I don't eat a lot of meat. But if I choose to eat meat, it's going to be very little and mostly healthy meat, when I say healthy meat with no kind of antibiotics in it, nothing in it, just all natural meat. And let me see what else I can think that I talked about. Oh, the watermelon seeds. I did elaborate a little bit on that, but go back and watch the video. So I just wanted to pop on here and share what I do. Now, I want to encourage someone also to don't don't be discouraged by somebody. Oh, it don't take all that. Oh, you don't need all that. You know, you need to consult your doctor. Yes, you do need to consult your doctor, because I did that before I started my journey. So I totally agree on that, but don't let nobody discourage you and say you don't need to do all that. Yes, you do need to do all that and some. And you will feel the results in your body. You start sleeping better. You won't toss and turn. And when I was unhealthy, I would constantly get up through the night, and I have to use the restroom constantly over and over and over and over again. I was so stressed out. I was so tired of getting up and going back and forth to the restroom. And I was fidgety all the time. You know, I couldn't rest. I couldn't focus. It was just a lot of things health-wise going on with me. But when you make up in your mind to do the right thing and to eat the healthy foods, even though your mind be telling you to do one thing that's unhealthy, it's like a struggle or a battle in the mind that you have to make that decision. So I make it all the time. It's still not easy for me, because I still have a struggle in the mind, and I have to tell my mindset, no, that's the old way. Now I have a new way of doing things, so let me go in here and make me a salad. And I do not eat out a lot, but when friends or something like that invite me out, or my students used to invite me out, of course I would go out and hang out with them. Before they graduated and everything, we went to Juices. It's a hamburger place, you know, here in this town, and I sit down and ate me a hamburger. And you know, in my mind, it was like, you know, you should be doing that. But I did celebrate with them. I ate hamburger one day. We ate pizza the next day. We did cupcakes on their graduation. And it was like, okay, when all this is over, you're going to get back on track. But right now, enjoy your students. And this is their last year. They graduate. So have fun with them and just, you know, just let it go. So I knew when this was over to detox myself and to start over on my healthy journey. So don't beat yourself up. Don't be beating yourself up and feeling guilty. Enjoy your life. Live life. A life will definitely live you. I always say that. That's my motto. Live life. A life will live you. And learn how to enjoy yourself. You know, you only get one you, and you know better than anybody. You know your body better than anybody else. So don't let people tell you what's best for you. This is your body. This is your body, and you know how your body functions. You know how you feel, and you know what you need to do for your body. So that's the most important thing that I had to learn for myself. This is my body. I know what's best for my body. Yes, I can take some advice, but at the end of the day, you know how your body functions. Like you have to go to the doctor. When you go to the doctor, they sit down, okay, tell me what's wrong with you. And you begin to tell them the symptoms and how you feel. And so they determine what to do based on what you telling them. So you know best for your body. So that's the end of this, and I hope y'all really got something out of this video. Make sure you share, like, and invite some people. You know, give me a thumbs up. Keep this going, because at the end you would have results and you will feel a lot better. So enjoy your day, and I will see you later. Bye.